Morning, guys. Welcome back to Patriot Specialized. Man, it's Friday morning. Friday. I've got to apologize to you guys. I didn't get any film yesterday afternoon when I got the wheel loader delivered there in Pennsylvania. I just didn't. I pulled in there. It was kind of late. It was about 4 o'clock. I wasn't sure what time those guys went home, so I didn't want to mess around setting up cameras and doing all that. I'm trying to get that stuff unloaded. So I didn't get any film unloaded, but we did get empty. Everything went smooth. They didn't see that fork as being any big deal, although they were all surprised about it falling off. So they got that taken care of, got it all taken off, and I only had about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes or so left on my logbook to run. So I left. It was that Uniontown's in the Pittsburgh area. I ran over here to Wheeling, West Virginia, stopped at TA in Wheeling, West Virginia for the night, and my pickup's in New Philly. I'm about an hour and 34 minutes from there. So Ghost is doing his cool down process right now. Got some coffee brewing back there. I hope you can see that. So that coffee's just about done. I'm gonna go out and walk around, do a little pre-trip real quick, then we're gonna get out of here and go get picked up with this truck chassis.
Right across these plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, still horses.
All right. Let's go walk around this thing. Check my oil and everything already. Generally do that first, just in case I need something. I go inside, but check the oil already. Now we're just going to walk around, check tires and lights, make sure everything's working. There we go. Looking good. Blinkers are blinking. Tires. Oh man, it is too early. I do not have enough coffee in me. But it's Friday. Going home. Looks like there's a cold snap coming in. Flashy lights work. Turn those back off. Even though I'm not going to use those things, I'm not going to need them today. I always check them in the morning, make sure they're gonna, they're working and they don't need anything, just in case my load cancels and I gotta book something else and it's oversized or whatever. I always turn them on real quick, check them. Blinkers blinking over here. Changer's still good. What we got going here? Ghost is looking pretty good. All right. Go pour this coffee in my thermos. This coffee put in my thermos and we will scoot. Talk to y'all in a minute. All right, brown liquid of life right here. We are out. All right. Let's get this show on the road. It's Friday, going home, man. It always feels good to tell my GPS to go home. We're gonna run up to New Philadelphia, get picked up with this truck chassis, get it put on a trailer. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. I'll show that to you. It's one of the goofy long ones. Gonna require a forklift and some blocking and not you know, like I said in the one episode, it's you can't ever just go pick something up, put it on a trailer, and there's always something goofy going on. That's going to happen this time. Picked up about 7:45 in the morning. Got trailer drop. Bobby JR just brought some blocks over. We're gonna go get this thing loaded. See what? There's Mr. JR right there. He likes being on camera. See if I brought us over some blocks. This is what we got going on here. We got these blocks right here. We're gonna lay them down on the deck when we bring this set. This is our chassis right here. And what we got going, and the reason we have them blocks, Mr. Bobby Bones.
What's up, Brett? How you doing today, buddy?
You shaved.
I did.
Trimmed it down.
So it's like Sam's on vacation.
Right, well, you know, it's January now.
Right.
You deserve a break, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what we got going on here, the reason we have those blocks is because of this fuel tank right here. The measurement from the bottom of that fuel tank to the ground is less than the height from my bottom deck to the top deck, the back deck of the trailer. So what'll happen is as we're backing this thing up on, that tank is gonna hit the back deck before we get the tires to come up on. This chassis is so long, it's long enough that we can't just put it down in the well. The tandems have to go up on the back deck. So we have to avoid that tank hitting the back deck when we're trying to get the tandems up onto the back deck. And the way to do that is to take those blocks that we've got, put them down on the bottom deck of the trailer, right behind the tires when the tires are coming up on, and raise the whole thing up 6 inches or so, and that'll get it up on. We also, because this is the only axle that rotates, that's just it's just riding here. There's no inner axle lock. So what'll happen is once that tire starts to go up the grade, this one lift up off the ground, there'll be no traction. So we got to get a forklift. We're gonna hook onto the back of it with a forklift and pull it as it comes back to help it get up on the trailer. Now, at delivery, this isn't an issue because where I deliver it, where I park at to deliver and detach is downhill. So gravity will just do all the work for me when I get there. So stick around. We're gonna go get this thing loaded up, and we'll see how this goes. Talk to you in a minute. Look at Mr. Bobby doing all the big work.
Gotta take care of Brett Taylor.
That's right. That's right. Well, that didn't work out as planned. My camera died there at pickup. I went to shoot a video after we got it loaded, and it just died, so I lost all the footage that I got from us loading. But at the shop now, I was gonna jump out, cover securement, cover the load real quick, show you the office where I'm dispatched out of, and then I'm gonna head home for the weekend. So here we go. Came in, got my IFTA stickers replaced on my truck. Got the new 2024 stickers. This is the main building for our office right here. There's Ghost, looking all dirty. There is another building on the other side of this one that is our service shop. It's an 11-bay service shop. Where you get all the work done on the trailers and trucks, and they do outside work as well. So you guys are in the Cleveland area, you need something done with your truck, give A&H Truck Repair a call. They try to fit you in. They're pretty busy, but if it's something that you need right away, they probably can help you out. So this is what we got. You saw it earlier, but here it is on the trailer. A little bit tricky. Kind of goofy how we had to put it up here. The main problem here with this whole thing was this fuel tank back here. This thing right here. And especially with this bolt sticking down, that didn't help us much. What happened, what we needed to do there was, in order to get that tank to miss the deck right there as we were coming up onto it, we had to put some blocking down in front of it. You see that strap there, I got some blocking strap down. But what I wasn't anticipating was it did the same thing on the front. When the front of my trailer was on the ground and we started backing up, it just barely touched the bottom of that bolt when it was coming up. That surprised me. I wasn't ready for that. But so when I take it off, I'll probably just take a couple of them blocks. I'll take it down off of here, put it on the bottom deck, and then I'll take a couple of these blocks and take them down, put them in front of the trailer so that it's not close when it comes all the way down. So that's what we got going on here. Here's one of our van trucks going by. What I did for securement, this thing, super long, as you can see. This thing is about the same weight as all these truck chassis. They're about 20,000 pounds, 18 to 20,000 pounds. So I did the same thing I always do. I did one chain, 2 binders up front, hooked off the tow hooks. You can see that right there. Down to the trailer, did the same thing on the other side. And on the back, part of me was a little bit concerned that this front axle here, this is the drive axle on this thing. And I wasn't sure if the brake set on both axles or just the one when we were putting it up there. After looking at it, it's got brake chambers on both, so it's not an issue. But I wasn't sure of that, so I was concerned that having this thing starting down this angle here, that the whole thing was going to roll. But that didn't happen, and it ended up sitting up here just fine. So no big deal there. But before I let Bobby get out of there and take his foot off the brake, I had it chained back here. I did normal X chain, came right off the axle in there, wrapped around the axle, came back. I wanted the axle this time, instead of going off the frame, I wanted the axle because I wanted to be below the suspension, so that if this thing decides to start bouncing down the road, it can't try to bounce and go forward at the same time and try to come down that slope. And if it starts coming down that slope, it's going to hit the front of my trailer. So it would be all bad if that happens. So this time I grabbed off the axle itself, keep it below the suspension, so there's no way for that to bounce. All the tension is down. It's not going to, this up here can bounce all at once, and it's not going to affect my securement down here. So standard X chain on the back, one chain going both ways. Half credit for both of those, half credit for both of them up front. So we got about 13,000 pounds of securement on a 20,000 pound load. So looking pretty good. We're gonna take this out. It delivers out in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. We'll get it there Monday afternoon, probably late morning, early afternoon. We'll get it out to Coatesville. And we got another tank coming out of York, going down to Anniston. So probably take my trailer in there Monday afternoon, drop it. Maybe with any luck, we'll get the tank put on the trailer, get it chained down, come back in Tuesday morning, get the paperwork, and get out of there. So we'll see what happens. Hope everybody has a good weekend. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, hit that like button down there. If you want to see more, consider hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe. See you soon.